Sup, my dudes and dudettes, it is Dr. J. Peg. Today we are rapping The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. The beat is linked in the description, so let's go. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious fond forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, rapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." Distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow books from Sir Keys of sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the radiant and rare maiden whom the angels name lore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken sad uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with the fantastical terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor."
We believe pizza
Frick.
deserves a proper plus one. Burgers and fries, pizza,
I forgot about eggs.
Try our new savory garlic, new sweet cinnamon, or classic parmesan. Pizza, need new bread bites. Today, only at Domino's.
And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors I had never felt before. So to that now, still the beating of my heart now, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This is it, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," I said, "or madam, I truly you forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was heard was you." Here I opened wide the door, darkness there and nothing more, deep into that darkness peering. Long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams, no matter. I'm in too deep. Doubting, dreaming dreams, no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Frick. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see, then, where that is. Let this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and let this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when, with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with man of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched above a bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door, perched, and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling into my sad face. Perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling at my sad face, by the grave. Perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling into my sad fancy face, smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the face of countenance it wore. Though thy crest be worn and shorn and shaven, though Art sure no craven. Ghastly grim and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lord the name is upon the Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, he said, nevermore! Much I marvel this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly. Much I marvel this ungainly fowl to hear discourse. Much I marvel this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little reverence bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever set was blessed with seeing this bird above their chamber door. Bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such name as nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely then the placid bust, spoke only one word, as if in his soul. In that one word he did not outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather ere he fluttered. Till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before. On the morrow he believed me, as my hopes have flown before. Quoth the raven, he said, nevermore! Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, doubtless I said, what it utters is only stock and store. Caught from unhappy master whom Caught from some unhappy master whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster until his songs one burden bore. Till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden of nevermore. But the raven still beguiling into my face finds. But the raven still beguiling at my fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of the bird, and bust, and door. Then to the valley seat, and I betook myself to linking, fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking. Nevermore! This I sat and said, I hate this. I kind of hate this. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fowl whose fire eyes now burned into my eyes. Core. This I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining, that the lamp-lighted gloater, but whose velvet violet lining with the what? But whose velvet violet lining with the lamp-lighted gloating her, she shall press, nevermore! Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee. By these angels he hath sent thee. Respite, and Nepothene, from my memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff, this kind Nepothen of this forgotten Lenore. Quoth the raven, he still said, nevermore. Prophet I'll die, this thing of evil, prophet still, evil bird of devil, whether tempter sent, or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore. Desolate yet undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me, truly I implore. Is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, he said, nevermore. Prophet, I said, thing of evil, prophet still, even if bird devil, by the heaven that bends above us, by the God that we adore. Tell the soul with sorrow laden, if, within the distant danger, it shall clasp with Aiden's maiden, for whom the nable's name, Lenore. Clasp Ararian radiant maiden, whom the angel's name, Lenore. Quoth the raven, he still said, nevermore. Be that word our sign of parting, but a fiend, I shrieked, upstarting. Get thee back into the tempest and the night Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as token of that lie thy soul has spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak out from my heart, and take thy form off my door. Quoth the raven, he said, nevermore. And the raven never flitting, still a sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all seeing me of a demon that is dreaming. And the lamplight o'er him, streaming down, throws at him his shadows on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow lies, floating on the floor, shall be lifted, and nevermore. Alright, well, there were ads, and there were slip-ups there. But, I mean, I don't really have a good excuse to do this. Like, I don't really have a good excuse to go with a recording that has mistakes in it. It's not live. But, it's unlisted. You have, as of posting it, you have to be on the enlisted playlist to actually see it. So that's fun. Yeah. Peace out. Hope to see y'all next time when I'm actually feeling better about this and have it actually public. Yeah. Bye.